Alright, now it's time to do the cool down. Very important part of the workout. We're going to start with the hamstrings. The heels together touching, toes out 45 degrees. Make your legs straight, start pushing the hips back. Do not bend at the low back. Now the point is to stretch the hamstrings. That's why I say that. If this is as far as you can go flexing at the hips, and I have tight hamstrings, then I get no further benefit to my hamstrings by doing this. See, I can touch the ground, but it's stretching my lower back. I don't want to do that. I want to stretch my hamstrings. So keep your back flat and then bend at the hips and pull yourself down using the muscles in your quads and your hip flexors and your core to reach forward. Keeping the knees straight and reach forward. This way it's not important how close you get to the ground. It's important how much of a stretch you feel in the backs of your legs. Okay? So keep reaching, keep holding, keep working. This should be active stretching. I'm trying to work this whole time to get further, to get closer to the ground. Bend the knees, release. Good. Quadriceps, another group that we've worked in, also tends to be tight. So what you want to do, if you can do this, grab the foot. You hold on to something so you don't have to worry about balance if that's an issue. Pull the heel in tight first. If you want, you can reach behind and grab with the other hand too. Pull the heel in as close to your butt as you can first. Second thing to try to do is drive that knee backwards. Third thing, drive the hip forwards, tucking underneath. And that last part will definitely help you feel the stretch. As upright as you can. And relax that side down. Now, switch to the other side. Again, hold on to something if you need to, even if you've got the flexibility to just put it right in your hand like that, but you're having a hard time with the balance, hold on to something. Okay? If you hop around a little bit, that's fine. Pull the heel in as tight as you can first. Drive the knee back without letting the heel expand out, and then drive the hip forward underneath, tucking the pelvis to help lengthen the quads and, to a lesser extent, the hip flexors, psoas and the rectus femoris. Okay, let her down. Let's go down to the calves. Start by being in a stagger stance like this. Front leg straight. This will also get into the hamstrings a little. Start reaching forward. Try to drive your toes towards your shin. Lift your toes. If you can, and this is where the benefit really comes in, grab that foot and pull it up. And you're going to go easy. You're going to find that gets really deep into that calf. Pull up and hold. Keep breathing. Keep pulling on those toes. Keep trying to work it up. And then relax it. Okay. And go to the other side. Alright. Keep the back leg bent. Front leg should be straight though. Then work those toes up. Start pulling them up. You're going to have to use the muscles on the front of your lower leg to pull the toes up. Then if you can, grab them. If you can't bend far enough over, you could get a towel or something and wrap it around the foot and pull that way. But if you can, use your hand to pull up, stretch that calf. Couple more seconds. Keep breathing. Important when you're working on your stretches, when you're really working at it, but remember, not till it's painful. Important for you to keep breathing. If you're holding your breath or taking these little raspy breaths, you're working beyond what you should be. Okay, now we've hit our legs. We're going to move up to the hip flexors. Drop the back knee to the ground. You can use a mat or whatever if you need to, and then come forward. Now drive the hip forward by squeezing the back glute. underneath. If I do this, I take the stretch out, even though my hips didn't move. So make sure your upper body is upright. Drive the hip underneath. You can pull with the front foot, like you're trying to slide your heel inward to help you pull forward. And then that'll help lengthen the hip flexor right here on the back leg. And we're going to switch. Keep breathing, and as always, all these stretches are active. So when you're here, that's one of the mistakes people make when they stretch, is they just sit there. They passively get in this position, and it doesn't really look different from the outside. But what you want to do is be actively trying to lengthen the stretch. Even as I'm talking to you right now, I'm trying to make this stretch longer. I'm not just hanging out here. So make sure you do that on all your stretches. Okay, gotten our lower body pretty good. We're going to move upwards. We're going to stretch the sides of the waist. We're going to reach to the side. Now, it helps if you look up at the elbow on the side, on the arm that's up. Bottom hand can come down and brace slightly on the leg to help you feel a little more comfortable. Good. To the other side. Again, looking up at the elbow helps to stretch a little bit and is a little more comfortable. Okay, on to chest. This one is a little tricky. We're gonna clasp the hands, get the arms straight if you can. Pinching the shoulders together. Maintain that position. Bring the feet together and turn it to the side. Now, bend the knees until you can get belly onto thighs. Then start to raise the hands up. If your back goes snap, crackle, pop, that's okay as long as it doesn't hurt. Free chiropractic adjustment at home. You want to keep the shoulder blades pinched together and arms straight, then raise up until you feel it in your chest and the front of your shoulder. Come down. Arms bend, shake them out. Okay, rear shoulder, bring one arm across, pull it in tight. Keep the shoulder that you're stretching packed down so it's not doing this or coming forward. Okay, pack it down, pull it in tight. Good. And switch to the other side. Again, pull in tight. Pack the shoulder down. Keep pulling the whole time. Don't just hang out. Pull. Pull in with this arm right here. Pull it in and pull down with the rear of the shoulder you're stretching. Make it longer. Work to lengthen those muscles the entire time. Okay. Stretch the triceps. We're going to reach overhead. Notice my arm is fully folded. I'm not doing this. We're here. Fold it as much as you can. And then, when we do this stretch, we want to pull to the opposite side and back slightly with the free hand. So pull, I'm pulling to your right, my left, and behind me. Keep the arm fully folded, keep the shoulder down. Don't let your head drop down. Relax. Switch to the other side. Arm fully folded. Grab the elbow. Pull it to the opposite side. Now to your left as you look at me, and behind me. Good. And relax. And that's it. We've hit all our major muscle groups. We've unloaded the tension that we've created. Thank you very much for checking this out. I'll see you next time.